Okay. Today, guys, I'm going to be making a tier list of version 62 of Lethal Company. I'm going to be ranking them off their scariness, like how scary they look, if they're fast and all, and then their like danger, like how dangerous they are, and then like how helpful they can be. Start off with the snare flea. It looks decently creepy, and but it can kill you if you're multiplayer, not single player though. It's kind of dangerous, I guess you could say, and it looks pretty weird, and it's not helpful at all. I would say the bottom of E tier. Okay, next is the roaming locusts. These guys aren't scary at all, and they do no damage, and they're not really helpful at all. So these are going at the bottom of F tier. Next we have tulip snakes. They're helpful because they can help you fly, but they also have a very minor level of dangerousness because they can like fly you too high or distract you, maybe. Not dangerous, and yeah, they're not really that scary. I would say bottom of E tier, maybe. Okay, next we have the Hydrogear, or the slime. This guy, he can do a lot of damage, but he's really slow and not really helpful because you really need a beatbox to stop him. I would say like middle of E tier, maybe top of F tier, but yeah. So yeah. And okay, next we have the Kidnapper Fox. This guy, he's not really helpful, but like he's not that dangerous unless he drags you in. So I would say like maybe like uh top of E tier, maybe, because he's decently dangerous. Okay, next we have the Manticoil. It's not scary at all unless you'll have a phobia of birds or something like that. Okay, yeah, he's not helpful, and yeah, and they're not scary and not dangerous. I would say bottom of F tier. Okay, next the Spore Lizard. This guy is just not, he's invincible. He can make your screen fog up, so he's not very helpful, and he can do minimal damage. I'd say like before the Hydrogear, but after the Snare Flay. Circuit Bees, these guys can be dangerous. Like, these guys are actually really dangerous, but that's only if you like know where they are. If you don't know where they are, so yeah, I would put them at before Tulip Snakes. So yeah. Next, the Baboon Hawk. This guy is so annoying. He's pretty dangerous, but he can also kill eyeless dogs for you, and he's honestly pretty scary. I'm gonna say bottom of D tier for now. Okay, the Hoarding Bug. This guy is so annoying. Like, he hoards loot, but he's not helpful, and he'll get mad if you take it, and he's not decently dangerous. I'd say like before the Circuit Bees, just because he's like, yeah, before the Circuit Bees, but yeah, because he's just really annoying. So yeah, like that. Okay, next we have the Thumper. This guy is, I hate him, to be honest. He takes a lot of shovel hits. I mean, I guess you could say he's pretty easy to kill for the pros and stuff, but I'm not that good. So I'm just gonna say top of D tier because he's actually really strong. Maybe bottom of C tier. I'll see as we get farther through about that. Okay, the Bracken. This guy is decently. He's a one shot, but he is killable and he is avoidable. I would say top of C tier, not top, yeah. Bunker Spider, these guys aren't that hard. They're not exactly that bad. I would say bottom of D tier, yeah, bottom of D tier. Now, the Barber. This guy, okay, so if it's the master barber, like I would put him in D or C, but when it's not the master barber, they make no noise and they're basically invisible from like a few feet away. So these guys are really tough to really tough to see, especially when they're a master. I would say bottom maybe of B tier. Okay, the eyeless dog. This guy. Oh yeah, and the barber looks pretty scary. Okay, the eyeless dog. These guys look pretty freaky. They're extremely strong because they take a lot of hits and they're an insta kill. But they have a big weakness of not being able to hear. I would say C tier. Okay, the monster at the coming building. Super easy to avoid. I guess he can be pretty surprising. Bottom. Next on our list is the Leviathan. The Earth Leviathan. This guy is probably pretty scary because you might jump in your seat if you just suddenly die. But, I mean, once you know him, it's kind of easy-ish to avoid and it's not that scary to look at after the first few times. Okay, I would say, bottom of D tier. Okay, next we have the Forest Keeper. This guy now is not invincible, but takes a ton of hits. Or shotgun shots, Okay, I would say this guy will be our first A tier. Yeah, A tier. Okay, because he's pretty scary, extremely hard to avoid and extremely hard to kill. Okay, next is the Butler. This guy looks like a literal blobfish. No joke. Like everybody says that. He'll explode into masked hornets, which are basically, and they can open doors and stuff. So yeah, I would say he's probably he's pretty dangerous in he's not that dangerous in multiplayer as long as you stick with someone, but alone he can be a big threat, especially because you don't want to kill them in the beginning, else you got hornets to mess with. I would say A tier. Okay, the Nutcracker. This guy, okay, he's not that scary to look at, but he has a bunch of moves like shotgunning you, kicking you, and yeah, but then it's not that hard. So I would say he's also an A tier because he's not that scary, but he's pretty powerful and a one shot in 2 ways, unless you somehow don't die from the shotgun. The Jester. Now this guy is probably gonna go in S tier at the bottom because, well, he is okay, you can easily just not have him, like, the instant he pops out, you can leave, basically. And he's not that scary to look at until his form, because when he pops out, he is weird and creepy looking. So I would say this guy is probably a, bottom S tier or top A tier, because it's pretty powerful, but pretty easy to avoid. I'm gonna say, let's just go with bottom of S tier. Okay, the Ghost Girl. There can be tons of Ghost Girls all after you, and you can't really do anything unless you don't look at them. So you're basically gonna die. I would say she's a S tier because she's pretty scary when you just see her staring at you, and she's extremely powerful when she messes with you. You could just leave, but, why? When you get her, you're gonna want to stay because you need a lot of loot. I would say, probably before the Jester. Okay, Old Bird. These guys don't look that scary, but the noise they make is horrendous. Bro, that baby crying noise. Yeah, they have, a million moves. They can fly up, land on you, flamethrower you, and rocket you. Shoot rockets at you. And so, yeah. I would say these guys are S tier. They're not that scary to look at, but they're also, really hard to deal with, and even with their spotlight off, they'll know where you are. But they can also be pretty helpful because they kill other monsters. I'd say, bottom S tier, maybe before Jester. Yeah, I'd say, yeah, probably before Jester, because Jester has no use, really. Okay, the Masked. This guy is, I mean, he's I mean, unless you don't know what he is, he's kind of easy to tell, and you can't really easily avoid him. But you do have items, so just kill him or knock him down, I guess. And he has no use, but I would say he's like bottom A tier. Okay, last one is the new monster from V60. This is the Maneater. Now I really like the Maneater. He's like, I mean, once he morphs, he becomes super freaky to look at, and like it's creepy. It's just creepy when he morphs. But as a baby, he's really cute. I mean, he's not helpful. He's more of a pain because you always have to rock him. But I really like him, and I'm just gonna put him probably bottom S tier because once he morphs, he's very powerful, and you can even take him outside. So if he morphs outside, yeah, it's then you got an outside monster. Well, guys, this is the final tier list. I'll let you see the video, and yep, bye.